Well, good morning and welcome back to Balfour Farm. It won't stop raining outside, so I thought I would take you along today as we milk the cows. It's been a while since we spent any time in here, so gonna get the cows fed this morning, get them in, get them milked. What are you doing? Huh? So we're going to, after we put the cows out, we're still feeding hay. The cows are still not on pasture yet. There's plenty of grass out there, but it has been so incredibly wet that there's no way they can go out. If they go out, they'll just punch it all up and make a muddy mess of the grass. So we've kept them in, but the grass is growing, but it needs some sunshine. It needs to stop raining. Hey, don't eat that. Can't eat my microphone, no. So in a normal year, when it doesn't rain every other day, and then every single weekend, and it's so wet, we normally have our cows out the 1st of May at the latest. We've had them out as early as April sometimes, when it's been dry enough. So we're incredibly lucky that we had a lot of extra feed this year. So what we've been doing is using it up. We had what I thought was going to be a ton of extra feed at the end of the year, and this is why we never sell extra feed for reasons like this. When it's too wet to put the cows out, or if we have a drought like we did 3 or 4 years ago, we wound up actually supplementing the pasture with hay during the summer. So it was nice to have a little extra feed that year also. So what I'm feeding here is we've already put down the cow green for the cows to come in, but we also feed, this here is kelp. It's ground up seaweed, has a lot of micronutrients in it, and we also feed Redmond salt, sprinkle it right on top of their grain. The other drawback of not having the cows out on grass is it's a lot more work. So it's much nicer when you can put the cows out. They have fresh grass to eat. We don't have to put hay out. They're not up by the barn where they're making it even muddier. This is molasses, by the way. We get a couple squirts on top of the grain also here. So the cows aren't the only ones really looking forward to the pasture. It's also the heifers. You would have seen in the last video or 2 ago that I moved the heifers onto the cheese cave. I'll show you what they've done to it. So as you would have seen a couple videos ago, I put them onto the cheese cave. There was 18 inches of grass up there, and they've completely stripped it. And now I've resorted to feeding them some hay again here. You guys want fresh grass, don't you? So it's not only the cows and the heifers. You would have seen we put the pigs out on pasture a little bit. We've got a lot more pigs still in the barn that need to go out. The problem is we have very limited space that's not muddy at the moment. And the last thing we want to do is really put them anywhere they're going to destroy the ground. So what we do here is we actually have a log of the temperature of the milk tank, and we keep track of what the temperature is, time. It gets checked twice a day. I've got to check my chlorine here. All right, this is our sanitizer water to run the thing, and we have little test strips. I may have showed this in the past, but dunk it in, it changes color. and then you match it up to make sure the color is right. That way you know you have the right amount of parts per million of chlorine in your water. So this will circulate through the pipeline here for a few minutes, get everything all sanitized. All right, so like I was saying, what we do is we check the temperature on the tank twice a day, write down what the temperature is. Right now it's empty, which is easy. That way we have a recorded log of what the temperature on the tank is, so we know it's always working properly. Let's go, girl. Come on. Get up there. Let's go. Come on. Come on, girl. Good girl. That's a good girl. Let's go. Come on. Get up to your spot. Let's go. So this is Renee. She's a heifer. She's one of the cows that, or heifers that just had a calf. Her first calf last 2 weeks ago. Come on. Step up, girl. She's very eager to get milk, I can tell you that. She just doesn't have the routine down as to where to go yet. Come on, girl. No, spin around. That is not the way out. Let's just up to your spot. Come on, up to your spot. Right there. Right there. So you may have noticed I had Beverly there, the big white cow. She really wanted to come in. We just recently dried her off a few days ago, and she thinks she still needs to come into the parlor, so I'm sure the fence is on here. We'll get to milking. Beverly is on her vacation, her 2-month vacation before she has a calf, so we dry them off about 60 days before they're due to have a baby. Got some milk this morning. Morning, Liv.
Morning.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah?
Look at this. Good solid feta.
Nice. Wheels of feta
We've been working on this.
instead of crumbled feta like the last time.
Oh, so happy.
Yeah, looks good. All right, Olivia's pretty happy this morning because the feta came out right. We've had the last 2 batches of feta were crumbled feta. They didn't hold together, so she's pretty excited that it came out right this time. There's a lot to the cheese making. It's a lot of science to it, but there's a lot of little tiny tricks that just make everything just go right. If you get one of them wrong, it can be crumbled feta that we wound up crumbling and putting in packages, or it can wind up being pig feed. So luckily the last batch we just sold as crumbled feta and it was okay, but this batch came out right. It's actually wheels of cheese that we can cut like it's supposed to be. back. Good. Okay, so our procedure for milking cows is we wash them up with that soapy water. You would have seen Mrs. Allie here. She's been washed, and then we dip with the iodine dip, and then it gets dried off with a clean cloth. I don't know that I've showed this in the past, but this is called a master detect, and it's an electronic sensor that it tests the somatic cell level in the milk. So we do each quarter. Ideally, you want to see it down here in the white. Up in the red is high count. So she's really good. So she's under 100,000 somatic cells. So she's down around 50 actually. Use the strip cup, which we showed before, just to double check, make sure there's no issues, which there shouldn't be. If she's a low count on this, she should be good on here. And we put the milking unit on. Good girl. All right, well, we just finished up milking. I'm gonna get the cows out here. Got our weekly light service van in the yard, so got a service guy here fixing and moving a switch that we had. It was in the wrong spot, so get the cows out here, and then we'll go get them some feed. My helper. Hey, nope, be biting me. Come on, let's go. Guys, let's go. Come on, out you go. Let's go. They made a fine mess, didn't they? Good girl. It's been a little while since I finished up milking. I stopped to eat lunch. Got some pigs and chickens done in the meantime also, but right now I'm gonna take you in. I thought I would show you what our service guy got done today. He was here working for a little bit, changing things around for us. So as you may have seen in a couple videos ago, we had the guys come in and replace that glass receiving jar that we had. There was a few things that needed to still be touched up and finished up on this. And one of them was to move this switch. So this switch actually had to be relocated. So the guys came, they moved this, and we also at the same time put a new float sensor kind of switch thing in here. So this new stainless steel rod, I can just imagine what that's going to cost. All those parts and pieces are incredibly expensive. Every time you put any little thing in there, it's a lot of money. But the old one was acting up and was kicking the pump on and off too many times, so need to be replaced. So we're gonna head off and go feed the cows now. I need to put out a couple bales for them. I hope we're getting to the end of feeding cows. I'd really like to think that by the end of the week we'll be putting the cows out on grass, but the weather needs to change. Needs to dry out and warm up. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to head down and get a couple bales of hay. But what I'm going to do is we have some leftover feed from 2023? Is that right? No. I think it's 2024. It's last year's feed, so it must be 2024. We're going to open it up and see how it is. We have probably 35 to 40 bales left, maybe even more. I have a few bales. I have quite a few bales left over from last year, 2020. Well, it would be 2023. So the feed that we've been feeding this year was 2024 bales. Boy, I don't know why that was hard to figure out. Anyway, so this is stuff from 2 years ago. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to open up a few bales, see if the cows will eat it. I'd rather use up the older feed right now. So I really need to use up the oldest feed first. We've been using good feed. And if we're going to keep stuff for another year, I'd like it not to be already 2 years old. Alright, so this pile of feed here is the stuff that's left over from 2 years ago. There's a couple holes in bales here and there, so I don't expect those to be any good, but I'm hoping the ones that have no holes in them will still be pretty decent. So we're going to take one off the top of the pile and we'll take it up and open it up and see what the cows think of it. I can't believe it's past the middle of May and I still need the heat on in the tractor, so we should be using air conditioning by this time of year, if anything. It's awfully chilly out there. Alright, moment of truth. We'll see if this bale is any good or not. I don't see any holes in it. Sometimes it's hard to see them though. We'll find out if this feed is any good or not. Alright, well overall it didn't look too bad. There's a little moldy spot there, but that's not too bad. That actually comes right off. There was a couple, there's another spot here where it actually must have had a hole in it, but it doesn't smell too bad. Doesn't smell too good either. We're gonna put it out for the cows, see what they think of it. Sometimes I think the bale is not the best, and the cows seem to think it is. This was certainly, I don't know if you can see it, it was over mature hay when we baled it. There's a lot of seed heads in there. And it's stemmy. It wasn't very good when it got put up, I think. So other than the fact that I want to use up this feed that's 2 years old, the only feed that I have left from last year was dry wrapped bales. It's pretty nice hay actually, but it's dry, it's not silage bales. So I was hoping that if I mixed up their feed a little bit and gave them some silage bales mixed in with the dry hay, that it would encourage them to eat a little bit more of it and then make a little more milk. See how this works though. What are you doing to that poor bale? What are you doing? entirely sure what got into everybody. The cows are running, the pigs are running. What are you guys doing, huh? All but the curious one. I'm not sure what was in that bale, but everybody went a little crazy. A little wacky weed. Alright. They seemed to roll it around and play with it more than they wanted to eat it, so I'm going to run down and try and find a better bale of hay. I'm not entirely sure they're going to eat this one. They just rolled about half of it around, so here they go again. You gonna come help me in the tractor here? You wanna drive? No, you don't need the microphone. No. No. Oh, great. Here comes the bull. Leave it alone, buddy. Come on there. You're not gonna win that fight. I got the parking brake on. You sure can move the tractor though. Alright, attempt number 2. We took a bale off the front of the pile earlier. The quality of the hay was very poor. It actually stored pretty well. There was not much mold, any issues there, but the actual hay must have been late cut baleage, and it wasn't very good. So now we're going to try, this will technically be the oldest of the old hay. So these would have been some of the first bales we made in 2023. So we're going to see how these go. I'm hoping that the earlier cut better grass is in the bale here, and the cows like it more than the last bale. Alright, well, it only took 3 bales before I finally found one that was decent. This is a second cut bale from last year. It's much finer hay. It still smells good. Hardly any mold. There's one spot on the other side. It's got a little bit, but it's not bad at all. So we're going to go put this out for the cows. They were not at all thrilled with the last 2 that I put out. They rolled them around, played with them, and had no interest in eating them. So I've got a few bales of this left, probably 10 bales, so hopefully the rest of them are still good, and we'll feed that out. I hope they like it. Alright, well, I think I finally found a bale that they would rather eat than play with, so I seem to like this one a bit better, so finally get something out here for them to eat. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Yes, I'm coming. I'm bringing you feed. Yeah. I'm working on it, okay? I'm working on it. Come on, let's go. All right, well, we've got the heifers all fed. Now we need to feed the calves. They get the same thing as the cows. They get some grain. They get a handful of kelp. Boom. Handful of salt, like that. They're gonna get a drizzle of molasses. The bucket's almost empty of the bottle. A little bit of molasses. Now off to the calves. Yeah. A little bit of a mix. You want some grain, huh? All right, well, I think we are finally done for the day. So we've got the calves all fed, the older heifers are fed, cows have been milked, and they're out. They've obviously had plenty of hay. They have their choice of what they want for hay. Pigs and chickens are all done, so I think we're just about done for the day. We'll have to come back later this afternoon, early evening, feed the calves again, and water the pigs and feed the pigs one last time. All right, well, all the critters are fed and happy, so that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of what we're doing here on the farm, and we will see you next time.